Hello and welcome to Whisky.com, where fine spirits meet. My name is Benedict Lüning and I'm sitting here with Marius, and now we have the Don Papa in a fully black bottle.
Yes.
And we've just learned with the last three videos that the bottle is actually reflecting the flavor. So is it licorice? Is it smoke?
I would give you an opportunity if you like to. Just grab the case and just tell me what you see, and maybe.
Okay, there are like pots of fire smoking and firing up, and so guess smoky. And we have angels and like harpy, and the Don Papa doesn't have a monocle with the lizard, but he's more like a shaman.
Cold ice.
So I would still go with smoky. Still go with smoky, but how? Because how do you get smoke into a rum?
We just blew cigarette smoke inside of the bottle. No, of course not. But you are like on point with your interpretation of the canister. What we have in front of us is one of our newest special editions, so-called Don Papa Gayuma. And this particular rum is the first rum which is not inspired by our home island, the island of Negros, where we distill and produce. This rum is inspired by our neighbor island called Siquijor. Siquijor. And Siquijor is well known worldwide under travelers, surfers and backpackers for being the island of the shamans and the voodoo priests in the Philippines. So the religion of voodoo is an active religion in the Philippines.
I always thought that's an American thing, like Louisiana and Caribbeans and stuff.
Yeah, it's a Louisiana, New Orleans, like it's a big part. But yeah, also because of the Americans went there in the 40s, 50s, 60s, they brought the voodoo with them, and the island of Siquijor is well known for shamans, for magicians, and for voodoo priests. And the word Gayuma is the Tagalog, so the Filipino national language word for potion, magic or love potion. So when you are on the markets of the island of Siquijor, you have everywhere little markets, little huts and little houses where shamans and voodoo priests brew their potions over open fire and sell it to the tourists. Gayuma, so the love potion, is the most famous potion, and the backpackers and travelers get it in their luggage back to home with the hope to maybe get the one in front of them to fall in love with the magic potion. So it's inspired by the darker side. We have always we had jungle, mascara, carnival, animals, flora, fauna. So it was super colorful, popping and bright. And we said, but there is a dark side of the Philippines, and we try to bring this into the liquid. So what we did a triple aging of the liquid. We have the same base liquid, like always, from the Caña Morada. And we aged it 3 years, this time in heavily toasted bourbon barrels. So they are charred really heavy from the inside, and we have the base aging of 3 years. Then we have 6 months heavily toasted Rioja barrels. So we have, again, the pairing, like classic Don Papa rum, Rioja and bourbon, but this time heavily toasted. So you have this darker wood, you have this aromatics of the heavily toasted barrel. And then we have a finish, and there we come to the key point, in Islay malt barrels. So this is where the smokiness comes from, the peatiness. So we have ex-Islay, third fill, so first bourbon, then the Islay malt, then Don Papa goes in for 3 months.
Oh, just one Islay malt. Not the refill.
No, it's one Islay malt, and it's totally enough, because when you have the climate of the Philippines, and you can imagine over 3 months, it soaks everything out of the wood. So we decided to just do it for 3 months, because otherwise it will be too close to a peat malt, and we want to have the best of both worlds, like the sweetness of rum. Here we have close to 11 gram sugar per liter, so we again sweeten with our sugarcane honey. So it's less sugar than the original Don Papa rum, but still we thought you need a little bit of the sweetness to balance out this heavy, peated, charry flavors. Sometimes, in our opinion, a liquid needs sugar. On one side, we have all these special editions. Our range right now, core, is Barocco, Mascara, Classic Don Papa Rum, Gayuma, Rye-aged, and Sherry cask. But we had the Sevillana cask, orange wine, we had the port cask, and all these were unsweetened. But sometimes when you take a pipette, like when you drink whiskey with water, and you just dash like one drop of sugar syrup inside, it opens up the liquid and gives it more body, more room for the mouthfeel. So we decided to sweeten it a little bit, and you will see this makes a perfect mixture of these both worlds, rum and the Islay malt.
You should sell these casks to Americans, because then the casks go around the planet.
Yes, and then they go back to Islay or Skye, and then they come back to us. So we have the circle of life. Yeah, you see, we have always also a darker color. Of course, we help a little bit with the color, also to make it fit to the idea behind it. And when it comes to the nose, wow.
Okay, there's the Islay, but it's a very I'm not quite sure if I've been misled by the picture or led by the picture, because it feels like a dark, smoky hut.
Yeah, like the shaman hut.
Like the shaman hut, but that shaman's the one that's selling the jerky.
Yeah, like smoky bacon, sweet
smoky
candied
jerky,
bacon jerky, something like this. Then you have slightly fresh notes again. Like with the Don Papa Rum, we said it's a little bit like minerally. Here we have this cold freshness, a little bit like eucalyptus, minty, something grassy green. And
it's really a bit fresh.
Those slight peppery notes from white pepper, so this etheric oils.
Yeah, I didn't have the fresh note when we tasted in the German one.
Yeah.
Didn't have that fresh note that much, but now on the second one, more of a fresh note to it, yeah. Yet still,
so it grows on you.
Yeah, yet still you definitely feel the smokiness.
Yeah.
So this feels like a, I don't know, 15 to 25 ppm. Somewhere around there.
Something like a beginner-friendly Islay malt, but still you have the ppm. You directly get these like link to there is something I know from the whiskey territory, but then you have this subtle sweetness covering your mouth, binding it into.
It's strange. It has a bit of that you feel from that rum that we have earlier, from the single Islay rum, Island rum. Islay now, single Islay rum.
Single Islay rum. It's a good wordplay.
But you do have a lot of smokiness in there.
Yeah.
It feels like more of 25 than 15, and it works well with that rum sweetness, with the smokiness. Really works together quite well. You have a bit of an oak flavor, or maybe the Rioja, like a little bit of a bitter touch to it.
Again, it's pulling your face a little bit. It's like
the sweetness and glooming spiciness in your mouth. So it's really a really complex one.
It's super complex, and the longer you keep tasting it, the more you get from it. So what I always get is a little bit your association to licorice was really good. So this little dark spiciness, and also like maybe a little bit too long roasted espresso beans or coffee beans, or like really dark bitter chocolate with 90% of cocoa. So
these are dreadlocks. I thought they were like jungle or something. Yeah, there's jungle and dreadlock.
Jungle, dreadlocks, everything.
Yeah, I think that they're not quite defined.
So the canister itself plays tricks on you because it's changing the color, depends on
and it's reflecting. If I bring it here, it's white, and if I just stand it here, it Has some blue
It's
reflect-
bluish, reddish.
Yeah, it's cool.
It was
I
an
like it.
idea from this like world of the shamans, but like you said, I think it's a really complex rum, and for like a rum drinker or from a person coming from whiskey, especially like Scotch and Islay or Sky malts, coming over to rum, this is a good hybrid between these both worlds. You really also have this like little bit of mineral saltiness. Like you have on the island of Skye, because of our distillery standing so close to the ocean. And it's a rum where you can have fun with, but also take your time.
Yeah.
Maybe have a cigar. Enjoy it in summer as you do it in winter. You can make cool drinks out of it. I always have to say this. But an espresso martini with this, amazing. Like really amazing. So it's really a rum to have fun with.
Yeah, I do think it's complex and it's nice. Probably you can do a lot of drinks with it because it has some funky flavors in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's really cool. Really cool. So you've talked about the range of Don Papa.
Yeah.
So the other ones, is this a special edition or is it core range?
It was a special edition, but it was so well taken from the people that we decided to buy more barrels and let it slowly slide into the core range. It takes always a little bit of time because of the 3 years.
Yeah.
3 years and 9 months we need for aging. But we decided to make it the core range because this is like a perfect roundup of the core series, from the sweet notes to the fruity notes and the party notes from Mascara to the darker side of Sugarlandia. So we have a closed circle. And like you said, we are...
And the other ones, the sherry and the rye, and are they all?
They are
core
all
range?
unsweetened. Some of them also unfiltered. So maybe next time we can sit down and have the...
But are they core range or are they special editions?
Rye and sherry are core range, but in a really small amount. I think in Germany it's available like 5,000 bottles per year.
Okay.
The Sevillana, the port, and the... What was it again? What?
Some strange Mandarin or something, orange wine or something?
Yeah, the Sevillana, the orange one.
Sevillana.
Yeah, these were one-off. So we are always
limited.
Limited editions, core range, limited core range. And we have so much more in the pipeline because we are such a young company. We are always having fun, like with experimenting. Our friend Crystal Molina in the Philippines, working together with our master blenders and heads of the warehouses. They experiment with nearly every barrel you can imagine. We have Limousin oak, we have hybrid barrels in the warehouse, we have old mezcal, aged mezcal barrels where we put Don Papa in. And we even work right now on an edition with old aged Beiju barrels. Beiju, the Chinese rice liquid. But sometimes you taste it after 3 years and you are like, wow, this is good. Sometimes you say, oh, this is for the Christmas party, for the stuff. But you have to experiment to keep it cool. And I think this is the way how you handle rum in the future. Because we are lucky right now that rum is getting more popular and more popular every month, every year. And it's not longer a spirit for cigar smokers only, or people in Cuba sitting in a dark bar. It's for everyone, and it should make fun. So we are trying to keep it cool. We're trying to keep it interesting over the next years.
Yeah, I'm excited. So, Marius, thank you very much for showing us around all of Don Papa.
Thank you for having me, of course.
Yeah, and thank you very much for watching. And if you found this smoky rum very interesting, then have a look at Whisky.com. You will find it there. And thank you very much for watching, and see you next time.
See you next time.